Guys, I'm quitting my job today. Actually, I've quit. I've just come from the supermarket where I was working for. I'm only here, although I don't have a sitting position, but I think I'll talk from this point. I don't know if it feels so uncomfortable without sitting down, having a sit down. By the way, I'm near Talents Church. Yeah, that church behind me. So, I want to talk about something. Okay, there are people who are playing baseball on this field. Where are they? Yeah, there. No, 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 no. No, it is at that point. You see, they are playing baseball there. So, I'm fearing if I sit down, a ball might come very high and hit me on the head, and that would be very unfortunate. So, let me just do it as I'm standing, as I'm watching. See, it's called situational awareness. Okay, situational awareness. And now I need to talk briefly. I don't know if this will go for even 4 5 minutes, but let me just pour out my heart. Now, there is something that is called seasons in one's life, and I've come at that season where, yeah, whatever was supposed to happen in my life has happened, and now it is now time for me to move on to something else. Now, I've just said that I've just quit my job. Why? You might ask why. Yes, there's a lot of explanation behind that. I understand that every month of in each year really matters in matters spirituality. And remember, we are in month 10, that is October. Remember, October is in 10, is number 10. So ideally, I have to be a person now who is starting new things after the completion of my previous, or even whatever was happening in the previous month now, or even whatever was manifested in the 8th month, it is now coming to completion in the 9th month. Okay, and now in the first month, that is, I don't know if this makes sense. That now in spirituality we have numbers. Okay, we have 1 to 9. Okay, and number 1 is known to be for starting new things, to be a new thing, to be a new being, to start a new thing. Okay, and now the 9th has to be the number of completion. Okay, now the number 8 is where things rapidly happen. Most of the time, whatever you do in the 8th month will reflect on the 9th month. Now, that is very important. However, there's something else that you need to remember. The year also matters. Remember, last year was 2024, and it was very important because this is a year where if you manifested anything, it will come into completion this year. And it started manifesting just like as from last month, 9th month. Now, when did I get the job? Remember, I got a job just a month before. In fact, it was halfway of the month of August. And now, it is coming to a completion. Now, if I calculate from the month that I started working here, it should be 2.5 months, although not really 2.5. it should be 2.5 months plus a couple of days on top, like 2 or 3 days on top of that. Now you get the point. You get the. I don't know if I've explained it correctly. Whatever I manifested last year came into reality this year. I manifested a lot of things. I think this will be a video on its own. But one of the things that I manifested is a job. While I was at Moi, I told my soulmate that I'm going to get a job. I don't know how this was supposed to work, but I came later to learn that it manifested as this job that I just quit. And I'm really grateful for it. So I've just come from that place. I don't know if it makes sense by the way, whatever I've explained. Like, numbers do really matter, and I'm putting that into consideration as I'm doing my things. Yeah, month 10 is now starting a new thing. My plan is, what is my plan after quitting this job? Remember, I was looking for money to facilitate the internet that I'm supposed to use to learn. I don't know if I'll even continue with the Excel skill. But I'll talk about this as we go, as we progress. Now, the second thing, what is next? Now, remember I told you that I'm going to start a series of, people who are. I'll be talking about the specs of a computer before buying it. And this is a series that I started in fact, it was a day before I came into this job. It was somehow a thing that I don't know how it happened. I just started the series and I got sucked into the job. You might see it as coincidental, but it wasn't coincidence at all. Because so far, I think my page has gathered about almost 800 plus followers. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the page for the last a couple of weeks. So I'm not really sure, but it is above 800 followers, probably even 1,000. And this is something I didn't even struggle to get. Yeah, the followers. I'm talking about the followers. I haven't yeah. I once opened this YouTube and TikTok page called MaxiPi. After they renovating the name and even everything, the mission statement, the vision statement, and everything, I opened MaxiPi, and it has been in existence for the last, I don't know, probably 1 year, one and a couple of months on top of that. Okay, something on top of that. Is that okay? Like, okay, I don't know if that makes sense, but what? Yeah, it took a lot of time for me to reach 1,000 followers with the content that I had. The content that I put out there in MaxiPi is solving real problems that people might be facing, and I just offer the solution simply. Okay, I talk about, in fact, I give solutions to things in a simple way, and it has taken almost 1 year to get that 1,000. For the many videos that I put out there, it has taken 1,000. Although my content is still relevant, but it has taken time. But with this new page called Pre-Buy PC, it has taken some time, which I really don't understand how. But I came to understand, if something really is yours at the core, and it really almost aligns with your, or at least it concerns your purpose directly, somehow that thing will be successful. So that got to tell you that whatever I'm doing right now, the new page that I created, which is actually a product of MaxiPi, like a child from MaxiPi, a product from MaxiPi, a product from MaxiPi. Yes, it's a child from MaxiPi. It can tell you a lot about what goes on in one's life. If you do something and effortlessly it becomes successful, just know that that thing is yours. So my plan is, now I'm trying to answer the question, what next after this? What next after this? So I'm going back to pre-buy PC, and I'm going to create quality content from that. I'm going to start. I've already started. I'm just going to continue. Only that there be some small changes that I'll make, and I hope I get facilitated to get a what do you call it, a ring light and a wireless microphone with the features of noise cancelling, so that by the time I'm recording these things will be happening. That's all that matters to me. At least I just want a good phone. Okay, although I do have a good phone, but I'm right now I've changed my focus. I really need a Xiaomi. Is it Xiaomi 17 Pro? Yeah, I want that phone. I don't know if whatever it takes, but I think I'm going to manifest that phone to facilitate now the process of now recording. There is now, what do you call it, video editing and all that, compile it and then posting it. I need a good phone, actually a better phone than I have right now. The only problem that I have with this phone is the storage. That's the only issue that I have, which is going to be fixed if I get that other phone. Storage and also the processing capacity, because Xiaomi 17 Pro has a good processor. That is one thing. Number two, it offers a good storage and it has a good RAM, so I can multitask with a lot of things as I'm using the phone. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be impressed by the phone, because I already know what I want from that thing, from that beast, or even from that machine. That is the next thing. For school, I think I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. I am not interested in school. Therefore, what I'm going to do yeah, there are people who really don't know that I'm not interested in school, so I'm going to still use that same route. I don't know if I'm going to manifest something else. I planned this to go for 10 minutes, but it's going for 30 minutes. I don't know. I'll create something else out of into existence, so that it facilitates me to go back to school. While now my target is, as I even go to school, I'm not planning to stay there. Yes, I'm planning to stay there to do my things, to do forex and to do this content creation, but I'm not planning to stay there. I want exposure. I want more exposure, because I'm planning of next year, since it will be year 2026, it will be a year of starting new things. I'm also planning to expose myself to as many things, to as quality life out there as possible. What do I mean? What I mean is, I just want to go out there, experience life, travel, get to learn a lot, get to meet a lot of people, make connections, meaningful connections. And yeah, I'm going to create a scenario, although I'm going to talk about this independently, but it's a bit awkward talking about it right now because I don't know who is listening around. So yeah, that's my next plan. So I have been busy 2.5 months, like 24/7, only for a single day, which was last week. And I went to school. I went back to school, met my. I think I made a video for that. It was actually a previous video on this channel. So yeah, that should be it. That should be it. I think I'm done. Just wanted to announce my end of this job, which I'm really grateful for. At least it has kept me busy, and I have learned a lot about living with people. You'll meet weird characters, bro. Yes, you are at work. Okay, my storage is depleted, so let me talk about the weird characters that I met. I think in another diary, because I've learned a lot about people, especially when you are in a corporate world or where you are working with other people. Bro, you're gonna be patient to some things, which is a topic for another day. Let me talk about it. I think I got cut short by less storage, so I think see you another day, probably soon enough, while I'm still here. My exit from this point, I think I'm not coming back home. When I go, I'm not coming back home, and I really mean it. Not like last time. No, last time I did a video, yeah, talking about my exit, and I'm not coming back. But I really mean it. This time I'm going without coming back, and that should be it. I'm going to exit, and I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Yeah, 118. I'm running out of storage, so let me just go. And I'm hungry. I need to eat, to drink something, at least. So yeah, I think see you next time. Remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until to another day, adios.